The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 391. We record on April 18th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Henry Merrill is back. Welcome back, Gunny. Welcome.
Hey, what's happening, Jesus? It's the Jesus and Gunny show. What's going on, guys?
It's the Jesus
I'm ready.
and Gunny
ready to
show.
go.
Yeah, woo.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mayo is not welcome back because he's not here.
He stepped out for the
Mayo is not here, ladies and gentlemen. Mayo needs help. Mayo says that he hasn't been gaming and he needs a game to game because he wants to game. So
he said he tried to boot up the PC and play something, but yeah, it wasn't working for him.
So you need to help him out and give him some recommendations of what kind of game Mayo should be playing right now. Anyways, you can follow us on Twitter at _horrible gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Music. Where else, Gunny? Where else? Amazon, Audible, Google Podcasts, Google Music, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher.
The good old Google browser, just type it in.
Yeah, you go to our website. Yeah,
go to our website. It'll play from there.
Yeah, where else can you can find us on Facebook as well. You join our Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. You hit like on that motherfucker, and you will be able to listen on there as well because the show actually get uploaded there as well. You can listen right on Facebook, Gunny. You don't got to go anywhere. You're there. You're there already.
If you're not on YouTube, go there.
I know you're there, so just listen there, okay? And while you're there, join our group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. That is our Facebook group. Go ahead and join it. And, yeah, Gunny, good join the Facebook group. Anyways.
Do it. Get on the old FB.
Yeah, bros, get on the F. Is that what the kids call it? The FB?
I don't know what they call it. Do kids even go on there? Kids are on the Discord.
Yeah, the kids don't use that boomer shit, Gunny, okay? God, dude. Anyways, big shout out to our Patreon machine supporters, like our friend Leahy, the legendary Big D, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Pacharek, Chad, Henley M, Port Chapu, Nipron, the best HGP host ever, Evan Big Girls, plural Big D Tanaka, whoa, Jonathan Titan Big D Hall, and the first HGP Patreon, Bill, still even the biggest D, Garner the second. Thank you all for being Patreon machines. We love you. And, yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, man, yes, Evan, dude, I'm telling you, bro, he found me on Instagram. We became friends on there. And, that dude says me some funny shit sometimes. I'm like, he says me some funny shit.
I don't think I put it in this week's notes, but he did leave feedback from last week's show. 2 weeks ago. But he basically said that we suck. That was it.
What a goddamn hobo.
That we all suck.
What a hobo. He just went from being a cool guy to not being a cool guy.
Yeah.
That's just happened like in 2 minutes. That just happened. He lost his cool kid club card.
You suck, Evan.
Anyways, shout out to you, Evan. We love you, buddy.
Dying Light 2 sucks.
Head on over to Redbubble and buy yourself a nice t-shirt, Gunny. Summer is here almost. We're in spring, Gunny, but summer is almost here. And you know what happens in summer, Gunny?
That ball of fire comes over and scorches my ass.
Listen, you might end up at some barbecue where you take off your shirt and you lose it. What are you going to do if that happens? You got to replace that shirt.
I could probably go to redbubble.com and overnight that thing.
Yeah.
Or just wait 3 days with no shirt.
Yeah, either or.
Or shirtless for 3 days.
Head on over to Redbubble, buy yourself a nice T-shirt, Gunny. Yeah, nice big T-shirt from Horrible Gamers Podcast. Go and buy one. Or you could buy yourself a nice water bottle. Keep yourself nice and cool. Get yourself a nice tote bag. You want to carry your stuff.
I think all those things. I've got a Hawaii trip coming up, so you're naming off all the things that I are required for this trip.
Just go buy all this shit. Tell your wife, like, hey, why do we have all this Horrible Gamers branded shit? Like, oh, we gotta.
I already got the notebook. I'm taking Hawaii with me. She's like, yeah, leaving the phone at home. Smartphone.
Yeah. Anyways, head on over to Redbubble. Get yourself some nice gear. Search for Horrible Gamers. We pop up. There's a guy wearing our T-shirt. Or maybe a woman. Or maybe an it. Or they.
A he or they.
Something. Go and find them, and then you'll be able to find all our stuff on the Redbubble page machine. All right, Gunny. You know what else might happen at that barbecue, Gunny? You might also take off your pants. Oh,
swimming. Yes, I see what you did there.
Might take off your pants, Gunny. Gunny. You need to keep the jewels nice and soft and shiny. All right, you don't want no thick forest down there. You want to groom that shit. Gentlemen, make sure your balls are groomed by heading on over to Manscaped, the world's leader in men's hygiene down there. Yeah, oh yeah. Go to manscaped.com. Get yourself some nice gear to be able to maintain your bush down there. You know what I mean? Maintain that shit.
When you're wearing that Speedo at the barbecue.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah,
not at a pool party, but a barbecue.
You gotta shave, dude. You can't be wearing that Speedo without shaving. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna look right, Anyways, head on over to manscaped.com. Get yourself 20% off any product. Free worldwide shipping. Use code HGP20 to get yourself 20% off any product on manscaped.com. You know what, Gunny? I actually recently got a hold of their cologne. They got a nice cologne, Gunny, and it smells really like musky. Ooh. Like it smells really good, actually. It's a very strong odor. Actually, matter of fact, the other day I put some on, dude, and like that fucking odor is strong. Like I was like, God damn, like you don't need a lot, Gunny. You don't need a lot. Let me tell you, it's like one spray is enough, dude. Don't be dousing yourself in that shit, 'cause it's gonna be like overbearing, killing everyone that you're walking by. But I mean, they're gonna be like, man, this guy, he smells like a fucking lumberjack walking by. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
no small hospital, small room visits for you.
Yeah, bro. This is gonna be a manly smell if you buy that cologne. So go and get it over at manscaped.com. Use promo code HGP20 to get yourself 20% off your next purchase. Also, a quick shout out to Phantom Inc. for the music, the intro and outro music to the podcast. And, yeah. Anyways. Donnie, you know what time it is?
It's late. What time is it, Jesus?
It's video game time.
Video games. I played those for the last 2 weeks, mostly.
Yeah, I played some video games the past 2 weeks. So real quick, Gunny, I'm going to start off with the list of video games that I played on the video game machine, which is also called a computer. you know that thing. Anyways, I played some video games on here, Gunny. First game I played, of course, was again World War III. Now I played this with my good friend Brink. Me and him got together the other day. We were playing World War III a little bit more. And God damn, that fucking game is good, Gunny. You like it, Gunny?
I like it. I know I played. You were probably at work, I think, when I messaged you guys, you and Mayo. But yeah, I played a few rounds. First hot impressions of it, it feels like a fast Battlefield 3. Well, I mean, except it does have like those tanks. I don't know what you would call those, half tracks or something is what I refer to them as.
Yeah.
those smaller style tanks. But it was fun. It's fast. You're right in the action. I think I was talking to Ghost Nico about just going into that mall map, right? It kind of feels like you're in like, what is that, like Romer Greece or something, where it's got like those pillars. I'm like, wait, now I'm in like some kind of like Russian mall or something. And it was cool, man, trying to hold down, like you talked about, whether it's Alpha 1 or Alpha 2 or Bravo 1, Bravo 2. Like, you got to capture both. You can't just sit in one spot.
Yeah,
that's like, cool. I like that.
It's like Battlefield 2042, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I just played Assault class the entire time. But I did pretty good, man. Like the second match, I was in there like, all right, because there is like a little bit of that learning curve of, wait, where do I go? How do I get there? What's the best way?
Yeah.
Especially and there's a lot of... You get lost.
There's a lot of entrances, too, in that game. There's a lot of different little pathways and doors you can go through as well. And on the bigger maps, if you ever play on those, there's a lot of different paths you can take to different objectives sometimes. I'll say most objectives have about 3 or 4 paths to get in there, like 3 or different 4 directions on the map you can go around to get in there. Yeah, it's a fucking great game. I love World War 3. Can't wait till it comes free to play so more players can join. But I'll continue to be playing it. Hopefully we don't get... Brink was telling me we're going to get wiped when the free-to-play aspect of it comes out, so like everyone's going to get reset to rank 0 again or whatever, which kind of sucks, but I kind of get it because of the balancing they've been doing for the, whatever, the betas and shit,
Yeah, it looks like it too. If you play this game for more than one match, you can clearly see that there's definitely going to be a wipe.
Yeah.
Just the way it's set up. And
it's so cool.
Patched right after I played it.
The different kill streaks are pretty awesome. I like the tanks. I like the airplanes you can call in and fuck people up with. Actually, the other day, I called in the little helicopter thing. And it's actually not that difficult to fly. It's way easier than Battlefield or anything. Like, the controls are actually pretty simple on mouse and keyboard, and I actually was able to fly it around. Of course, it got shot down right away because it has, no armor. And everyone was focused on shooting me because, I was on their objective trying to kill everybody. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. I can't wait to play. I actually want to play more of it right now, just speaking of it. Probably play some after the show.
How do you feel about that, like, in this game where I feel like, okay, I'm playing that assault class. Whether it is one of those smaller tanks or whatever, obviously I was doing damage with just my assault rifle, grenades, not exactly like taking it out.
You were probably shooting at an armored vehicle, like a personnel carrier. You weren't shooting. Yeah,
it was like that, and they were blocking like the stairway, like they did. I think they did that on purpose, so we couldn't get through. So literally, you had like 2 other ways to go instead of 3.
Every class though has a repair tool. I don't know if you knew this or not, but every class has a repair tool. So you can always, if you're stuck like in a door like that, you can run up to the vehicle. You press 4 on the keyboard. I don't know what it is on controller, but on the keyboard you would press 4, and you equip the multi-tool, which is a repair tool or whatever. And it's just like the Battlefield 2042 or Battlefield 4 repair tool, that little torch thing. You pull it out and you're like, but like the repair tool has I don't know if it's a cooldown or a certain amount of damage it can do, because like when I went up to an enemy vehicle the other day and I was using it to damage them, they have 3 life bars on the little, because there's a circle, right, that it goes all the way down and then they blow up. So there's 3 little life bars, the first one, the middle one, and the last one, and then they blow up. And my repair tool was able to get him down like a little bit past halfway, but it wouldn't kill them all the way. It just, like, it ran out of juice or something. I don't know if it was like, if it's on a cooldown or not, because I got killed after that, because everyone jumped out of the car and shot me or whatever. But it was like it ran out of something, you know what I mean? Also, same thing when I was repairing a friendly, I could only repair them so much, because I can't just stand there repairing them forever. Like, they kind of like nerfed it in a way, so you don't stand behind tanks and just repair them while you're getting fucking
I remember doing
shot
that,
at,
I think it was Battlefield 4. I would do that. If you were good enough in the right situation, you can literally stand to the side of them or behind them.
Yeah, and just they'll keep getting shot at, but you'll just keep preparing them, and they'll never die. So I think they nerfed that in this game. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it's on a cooldown or if it was just a thing that like you have a certain amount of damage or repair that you can do per match. I think it was set at 75 from where I remember, or 85 or something like that.
And again, this has friendly fire, so you can be run over by the personnel carrier or tank.
Yeah, do.
Or anything
They can kill you. Yeah.
Damage you.
But yeah, man, World War III is a great game. I can't wait to see more maps come out on it, Who knows if they do have more in plan. But the maps that are there now are pretty unique. I like the Poland map. I like the Moscow map. There's another one on there. There's a few of them. I like all the maps. They're all pretty well done. What else? Other games that I played almost similar to World War III. Another game that I went back to this week was Ready or Not. Ready or Not, still coming around, still looking good. They're still updating that game, dude. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope that, I don't know when the game will be done, because it's such a small development team that they have so much. They've come a long way from where the game was even a few months ago. I will tell you that. It must be from all the support they've had lately from people buying the game. But at the same time, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to finish the game. I don't know if they're ever going to come out and be like, we're done with it, like we're done updating it. Because from what I've seen in all the videos and like their website and shit, they have a lot of ideas for this game, Gunny, for Ready or Not. Like a lot of different things that I didn't even notice they were going to have in the game, but they're going to add them into the game. So they're going to add the ability, Gunny, to like when you start a match, you can select if you want to have a hostage negotiator on site, if you want to have a sniper team support on site, if you want to have a helicopter on site, if you want to have like different support elements outside of the building. You know what I mean? So like you can split up with your friends or whatever that are playing with you online, and they can be the SWAT team, sniper team. So all they do the entire match is run around the fucking rooftops of the building, or around the building or whatever, outside, and they take fucking pot shots at people in the building or something, I guess, So like they have a lot of different ideas for this game. And I wonder what the negotiator, how that plays into the match. You know what I mean? Like if you kill so many bad guys, can they make the guys surrender finally, or what's going on, But they have a lot of ideas for the game,
I'm thinking hostage negotiator. I'm just curious how that would work, where I don't think it's going to be like, they're going to surrender or whatever, but they can probably get them to move to maybe another location in the building or something. Maybe it might be, I would say make it easier for you, but maybe another advantage.
Yeah, I don't know
how the game plays out.
They're also planning to add like thermal scopes and shit to like, so you can see like almost through walls and shit. They're adding new traps, like gun traps to the doors now. So like the doors will be, because right now they have either explosives, flashbangs, alarms, or like, pretty sure that's it. Like flashbangs, alarms, and explosives. And now they're going to add a new trap, which is the gun trap, which is like a shotgun strapped to the door on the other side of the door. And if you push the door open, it fucking shoots you through the door, And they're also adding another, like they're also adding like different spots for the traps. So they're going to make where the traps are either down low in the middle of the door or up high on the door. So you're going to have to really, when you're about to open a door, instead of just trying to look down to make sure there's no wire down, you're going to have to make sure there's no wire in the middle or no wire on top. So they're adding different things like that. I was reading in the patch notes and developer notes or whatever. But yeah, man, the game looks very, like they're very ambitious from what I'm seeing in the development team. Like they really want to do so much with the game. But I'm actually really excited to see how they play it off, because I don't know if you know this, Gunny, but they said that they're actually working with like different SWAT teams or whatever and different cops from around the world, and asking them like what would you do in a situation like this, or what would happen here, what would you do in this other situation, or what have you seen happen during a raid, so like they're really working to try to get realism into the game, and then they say that they're really like working on the ballistics of the guns as well. Like they're trying to make it to where the guns they do damage realistically, like in real life almost, you know what I mean? So they're going to have bullet spread. They're going to have, they said they're going to have ballistics, like experts consult on the game or whatever, and also they're going to be using that to determine how the body armor protects the enemy or yourself when you're going into a gunfight, So a lot of different things that they're doing to get realism added into the game, which is incredible, man. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. And, that's
nice, man. That's good.
Ready or not. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a good game. I haven't played it, but definitely watch it on Twitch.
Yeah, so definitely a fun game to play with friends and whatnot. Another game that I played recently, again, this is another thing I'm coming back to. Diplomacy is not an option. So I played that the other day. I was playing level 2, which is the level that I was stuck on. Remember, campaign level 2. And I don't know if something happened to my save or my campaign or whatever, if it was corrupted or I don't know what the fuck, like a bug or something. But twice now I was able to play it and beat it, Gunny, like survived all the 6 waves or whatever, that are coming onto the, like, attack you in the map. And the game wouldn't, like, end the mission. Like, the mission would just keep going. So I don't know if because it's early access, they haven't developed a campaign level 3 yet, so they just let you stay on level 2 forever, or what's going on, or if it's a bug in the game, you know what I mean? So yeah, I need to look that up because I was kind of pissed off.
Definitely got to be a bug, or there's something maybe you have to do. It's got to be a known bug, right? Because otherwise it would say, hey, thanks for playing.
Yeah.
We'll play the game again or something.
Yeah.
Or check back later for more info.
Yeah, you're probably right. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, I really like Diplomacy's not an option. It's a really cool little game. You control your little troops. I was able to in the second level. What I needed to do right away is I realized that I had to build the stone, like develop the stone structures or whatever, like the stone walls and shit. I need to be able to fight the enemies, and also like get better soldiers, because once you unlock the stone stuff, you can upgrade like the town hall or whatever. And which will upgrade the barracks, which makes your troops. And once you upgrade the barracks, of course, you get better different options of troops or whatever. So you add like the crossbowmen, and you also add like these shield guys or whatever. So they're not swordsmen, but they're like guys with armor and shields and shit and spears. Spearmen, I guess. But they're really way stronger than the swordmen, and they hold, like, if there's a big horde coming at them and you have enough of them lined up, they can hold up that horde for a little bit, you know what I mean? Better than the swordsmen could or whatever at any given time. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what game I thought you were talking about in previous weeks? I thought it's called Going Medieval.
No, I've never even heard.
I was like, no, is that the game he's playing? No, it's something else. It's something about diplomacy. Yeah, but
yeah, no, I'm playing Diplomacy is not an option. Going Medieval looks pretty cool though. But
yeah, it looks like that reminds me of Besieged. I think is what it is. That game that we own, except with crops and stuff. But yeah, it kind of has that same art style as well. But yeah, you can get a demo on Diplomacy is not an option on Steam. Free to play demo.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool demo too. I bought it. I bought it after playing that. Another news. I played some In other news and other games. I played some Not For Broadcast again. Kept playing a little bit of that. I'm starting to get a little bit more into the story, deeper into the mechanics of the game, and seeing what's going to happen there. I mean, the game is long though, Gunny. You're playing it for like 8-9 hours. The game is like 9 hours long, so it's a legitimate like full length production of a game, you know. And the thing about it, it's not that it's boring, but you're playing the game where in terms of you're controlling the control panel for like the studio or whatever, or the TV station. But a lot of the times you're just watching the FMV or whatever, the full motion video. But the thing is, sometimes because you have to mute a certain screen and let the other screen audio take over, you're not hearing what the people are saying when the screen is muted, you know? Or like say you cut away from the anchors at the TV station to go to like an on-place, like an interview or whatever, you know, that they're doing on the side, and you got to switch the camera over to that. Well, the audio, of course, from the TV station where the anchors are sitting or whatever, you can't hear what they're saying. So the game, what it does, Gunny, is at the end of each level that you play, it'll actually develop 3 different videos. Well, actually 2 different videos. Maybe 2. I don't fucking know how. I'm trying to explain it. So it develops videos where, one, you can play this video, and this video is the video that the audience at home saw. So you can watch a video. I think they're like 10 or 15 minutes long sometimes, you know. So you can watch this full 15-minute video of what the audience that you were broadcasting to saw at home. And that includes everything, Gunny. That includes everything you did. So, like, if you fucked something up, like you didn't bleep out a bad word or whatever, like you didn't hit the fucking button, you know, fast enough, and it bled through to the audience, you can see that, you know, when you watch that video. Now, you can also replay the video of yourself sitting in the control room and replay that whole area, what you did, what buttons you were pressing and stuff. It'll show all of that. Or you can play another video, which is the video of you like go back in and you can actually like unmute and mute like what they're like if like there was an interview going on like on this screen or whatever, and you were on that screen audio and you could only hear that, but there were people talking over here on this other studio and their camera was on them but they were muted. You can mute the interview and play that audio and see what they were saying. And sometimes you'll catch some crazy shit that they were talking about, like somebody getting divorced, or have you heard about the government passing this bullshit or whatever. Like you get to hear like who's really with the government, who's just doing it to kind of like, you know, fuck it, I gotta protect my job. And you gotta like, you could hear like background conversations and shit going on in the story, you know, which is kind of interesting. So, I don't know, that game can be really, like I said, there could be probably a lot of gameplay hours there, because imagine sitting there and watching all these fucking videos, Gunny, you know what I mean?
I can imagine.
It would take a long time.
I was watching the YT vids today, or it might have been yesterday, and there was I think it's a recent one. I don't know when it came out. You never know the dates on some of these if I'm not paying attention. But it was a reporter for North Korea, and Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is, gave her almost like a top apartment / you know, like penthouse.
Yeah.
And like, here you go. And then like the whole thing was recorded. You know what I mean? Here's her walking around the new apartment. It's all furnished. It's going on the news. You know what I mean? Like, and she's just over there. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. You know, it just reminded me of Not For Broadcast. I don't know why, but
I think it's all probably staged.
yeah, it was all staged. But I only watched part of it. I was like, okay, whatever. She got a nice apartment, you know, on the 10th story. That's cool. Let's go ahead and post that video.
But, yeah, Not For Broadcast. It's a cool little game, dude. I like it a lot.
Now, let me ask you, are you getting like a rating at the end?
Yes. You get a rating on, like, you get a grade at the end of each level or whatever, like it'll say grade A, grade B, grade C, and it will not on top of that's the audience score that you get from like the audience at home. Then you also get another score, which is your like it'll show the different corporations at the bottom of the screen, the logos for the different corporations that apparently do the ads or whatever for the TV station, you know, and your favoritism with these companies will go up or down. Like it'll show a plus or negative sign next to the logo, based on like whose ads are you playing, during the broadcast or whatever. Yes.
Okay.
But remember, I told you the quota also applies to your personal life at home because remember, there's a part in the game where like the government does this thing where they're going to distribute the profits of the big corporations to you as a stipend. So each family has to pick a corporation that they want to side with, that they want to receive the funds from, So you got you got 3 choices to pick from. So whoever you pick out of the 3 different companies is the one that the profits you're going to get. If they make better profits, you're going to get more money at the end of the year or whatever, like bigger booster income. So with that being said, whose ads I'm playing the most is that company that I sided with,
Yeah.
But, in reality, so my favoritism with the other companies is going down. So I don't know how that affects my ratings or my audience score or whatnot. And then, of course, at the end of each level on top of those 2 scores, you also get like a monthly, like your paycheck, I guess. So, based on your rating or whatever, like the news station will pay you whatever, and then it'll say, you are rewarded, modestly, or you're rewarded highly for today's efforts, or you're rewarded low for today's efforts. And after that, it'll say your family's wealth is, poor, rich, fucking well off, fucking struggling, whatever. Like it'll show different scores on how your family is doing, based on your income and whatnot.
Okay.
So we'll see, man. Like that game, we'll see where it takes me. I don't know what the agenda of the story is. What it is. I don't know what's going on.
Just comply, Jesus. Just comply.
Yeah, no kidding. Besides all this, another game that I actually went and played was on my Xbox. I played a little bit of a 2 Point Hospital. This was via cloud gaming on Game Pass. Like I said before, cloud gaming works flawlessly on my console. I mean, I have no issues.
So are you playing on the old 1X or the new Series S?
The Series S. Yeah.
Why did you do the cloud gaming? Just to try it?
Well, yeah,
downloading it?
We all know the Series S only has like 300 gigs of memory or whatever, so.
Oh, right. Of course. Yes,
I don't want to take up the space I mean, it's not that I have unlimited internet. What I don't have is unlimited storage. So I don't, I have to delete it or I have to download it for probably like 2 minutes, but I could download it really fast and I would have to just delete it. I guess I'm just being lazy or whatever. Like it's easier for me to just say, I may play this for the next 3 hours and never touch it again in my life. Why would I want to download this? You know what I mean? Like if I'm just going to play for the next 4 minutes.
No, it makes sense. My situation is always different because, of course, I always run into that problem since I only have a Series S. But since, it's like a Game Pass thing and I do, I've got the Ultimate, I'll just go on my PC and I use that F drive that Mayo gave me, to play said game. I almost hardly ever do the cloud gaming.
The cloud gaming, like I said, the S is in my bedroom. So it's kind of like a random situation. If I'm about to go to bed or something, or I feel like I want a game, but I don't want to turn on the PC and sit at the PC and game.
Yeah.
I'll just play some bullshit on Game Pass, I'll do that, Yeah, and I went back and played some more City Skylines on my Xbox. Funny enough, I play there because the city that I've built on there, the big one, that fucker is still there. It's
it's still going.
It's tied to my Xbox account. Yeah, and that city's still going. But I've reached a point in that game, Gunny, with that city where I think it's too big and it's expanded too far and the population is not growing anymore. Like it's not dwindling. I'm not losing money. but the population is not it's just not growing no matter what I do. I've done everything. I've added.
Oh, what are you doing now? What are you doing? Are you just going in there to watch the people live?
Yeah, I'm destroying it.
And
I'm
tweak a road, tweak a highway.
Yes,
tweak
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I'm doing. I'm tweaking the fucking roads over. I'm changing direction. I'm adding tolling stations and shit. I'm
trying to bring in extra revenue. Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to okay, maybe if I increase the revenue by a tiny bit, I can lower taxes to get more people to move in. But the city is so big that no matter how many people move into the city, the same amount of people will always die eventually off. You know what I mean? So if I have a plus 400 or plus 1,000 or 3,000, yes, it might be good for that month, but then the next month it's 2,000 people died, because they're just old or whatever.
What did they add within the last year or whatever? I haven't played it in a while, but they did add because it goes through the cycle.
They've added
the cycle of death, right? So with your mortuaries and things like that. What is it? They've got daycare or they've got senior care.
They've added daycares, they've added elderly cares, they've added a lot of different preschool, preschools or some shit. They've added different things. So yes, there's all that. But my problem is that the city doesn't grow anymore, and no matter what I do to it, it doesn't do anything. Not if I had industrial jobs or office jobs, it doesn't do anything. Either job won't bring in people.
Yeah, it's weird. There's this guy that plays on YouTube. His name is Biff Plays. I think he's kind of moved on, but he's got 1,000 videos on there.
Just fucking
regarding on how to bring in extra revenue, how to bring in bigger, more popular. Well, there is
I don't
a
need that,
population
motherfucker. I got all that shit down. I just need to grow. There was a point in my city where I wasn't making money. Then you figure out how to make money. Then you get to a point where you're stable with money, but you need to figure out how to get more people. So, yeah. So there was a point in my city where I took on a $45 million or $50 million loan or something to get, the city built up. And I did. I used that money to, I revamped the city pretty much. I destroyed all the industrial jobs, made everybody educated, and fucking gave everybody office jobs. But then I realized, holy fuck, there's too many office jobs, not enough industrial jobs, and you need industrial jobs.
So
then I switched it all over, half of it to industrial jobs again. You
need hobos, Jesus. The game requires hobos in the game.
The game requires hobos.
Suck in CO2 and carbon monoxide. It just...
Yeah, I have to destroy. I have to destroy the land around my city. I have to, I have to pollute it. It has to happen. Anyways, and there was a lot of growth, and then all of a sudden, like I said, even before I stopped playing the game on the Xbox, I remember being in that same position in that city where I'm I cannot grow it anymore, and it doesn't shrink. So what the fuck do I do? And the thing is, I've expanded it. I've bought all the squares at the 8x, use 8x8 squares or whatever. I bought all of them for the city. I bought all the squares because that's how much extra profit we had. So I bought them all, and then I've expanded the city outwards more and more, and I've even added housing, residential areas to these parts. There's no point. Nothing gets built there ever.
I know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I think maybe build another airport or...
I've already built a big airport.
Yeah, maybe you need a second one or something. Maybe you need I don't know.
I have 7 trains coming into the city constantly. I have train stations everywhere set up. I have this big train station terminal. I have the blimp set up so the blimp transport people.
But everybody's happy. Everybody's got good transportation.
Yeah, man. I got subway systems. I have fucking what else did I add? I have taxis. We have buses that can, buses that literally go around the entire map. I have them bus routes that go the entire map. And I have even I said,
whoa, you can't keep a bus that goes around the entire map. People just live on the bus fucking homeless trash.
Well, maybe.
You got to make smaller routes, man.
Fuck you, okay? God
I
damn
never
it.
get off the bus. I pee on the bus. I eat on the bus.
Anyways, and I built 3 universities. Like I said, there's a lot of cool shit in the city that I've built. So kind of maybe at this point I'm should I just delete this save or whatever? maybe start a new one on because I own the game on PC, like on Epic and Steam or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, should I just start on
you'll
PC?
get like 1,000 hours in this game if you because
yeah.
you can go like bigger squares, like you can get the mega.
Yeah, and I know that
and just build for hours.
But I know that at the same time, like, I'm gonna miss that city. So maybe I need to rebuild a new Jesusopolis, make it Jesusopolis 2.0, the new and improved version, and use everything I learned from the other city to make a better city. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That city skylines for you. But that's all I really played, man. I mean, Xbox Series X's are more in stock now. I'm just letting people know. They're usually always at Target from what I've been seeing. And, yeah, I mean, it's, we'll see what happens. I'm done talking about video games. I'm done. That's all I play, Gunny. That's all I play.
All right. Good deal, man. Man, you got me all excited for City Skylines again, even though I haven't played it forever. But I'm on to my other city builder game. But, I got I periodically get those emails from PlayStation for, PS5 will be in stock. I think I got it last Wednesday, but I don't check that email very often. So I'm like, wow, it's like Saturday. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah. And I was supposed to be on vacation this week too. So that changed rapidly. But I was like, man, I'm going to buy some video games and play more this week because it's going to be more of a staycation. But yeah, since not going to Hawaii or Cancun or any of those places, I don't know, man. But yeah, what video games did I play? In the last couple of weeks, I don't think I talked about Weird West. That's a indie game from Devolver Digital, I think it is. Came to Game Pass, but it's out on everything. And I played this on the Xbox Series S. So yeah, it's top down. It reminds me of Wasteland 3 and Desperados. Is it Desperados 2? I think that might have came to Game Pass, or I might have purchased it. But I didn't like the Desperados game for some reason. I don't know. It didn't grab me. I went back to it like 3 times, and I was like, I don't know. It's, again, it's one of those, just speaking of Desperados, you come in stealthily and, you hit one guy or hit a fire barrel and he blows up and take the other guy out, like a twin stick shooter type style game. I don't know. That one didn't grab me, but this one right off the bat did, where it's, I don't know. It's basically like there's something weird going on in the West, and it's zombies and what have you. Is basically what it is.
Is this a Jesus game?
I think it is. Geez, I think you'll like this because it's real time. It's a real time twin stick shooter action game, is the way I interpret it.
I think I got it. I don't know. I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, it's good. It's so. Yeah, you kind of start off your, and there's smaller areas too. Like it'll even show you like, hey, here's where you kind of see like top down or isometrical where you see what's going on, and basically what you have to do is kill the bad guys with your good old pistol. And then there's like the out of bounds area, which basically you can still find things in the out of bounds area, but it's also where you can travel to other locations, with a loading screen. So, but once you complete the objective, but you fill up your inventory really fast with junk and things you find on dead bodies, or you can, kill enemies. If you got a shovel, you can bury them. I don't know the purpose of that. Maybe there's something later on in the game. I spent a lot of time unburying bodies or digging them up. Because you can find something valuable besides skull and bones. It could be a pocket watch, or some ammo, or something of value, which you could later go to the town, sell that. But so basically, the way the story is going is where it's fairly simple. I think this is more that cell shaded art styles where it's it's pretty much go into the town, and the way they talk is just the dialogue is really short. So you are pressing like the A button on the Xbox controller a lot. When you're meeting somebody, or it's the sheriff or whoever it might be. And I feel like it doesn't take that long once you get to this town, I don't even know the name of it, but doesn't take long to really unlock things, like whether it's the tailor or the blacksmith or the bank, or obviously in the bank is where you can either sell things like your gold and silver nuggets, or that could be your storage, right? You want to buy a safety deposit box there, mister? Hell yeah, I do. So yeah, there, boom, you got storage, because you're going to carry a lot of junk on you. Yeah, so one of the areas that I first came into it, I feel like it can almost be done stealthily, right? So I tried it like several times and I kept failing. I was like, fuck, right? So then I just come up and take a few shots at him, have him run after me, and ammo could be kind of scarce, especially in the beginning. So I might kill one guy, get 2 bullets, and you are getting melee weapons as well. Or try to get them near one of those explosive barrels or something, But, and then, you might come into an area, you think you're being all stealthy, and these zombies come out of the ground and alert everybody. You're like, fuck, Yeah, complete the objective. And it just totally reminds me, it gives me that Wasteland 3 feel. Just the tone and everything about it. Maybe to a lesser degree, I don't think it's that heavy in the story, and, as far as what choices you're making, or story branches, I don't know if this game has anything like that. But let's say you complete everything in that map, right? You've done it all, and, you can, since you are like in some foreign place, right, you can steal a horse, right? So once you steal that horse, it's not like it shows that animation of you getting on the horse. It just, boom, it'll take you to wherever you need to go from there, to the next area. But yeah, speaking of horses, once you're back in town, if you can't afford a horse, you're going to be walking. You're going to be on that shoe leather express. You can have companions. I don't know how many you can have, but I just have I think just one lady, one her, and she's pretty damn good with a gun. And you also control her inventory, what you give her. So give her some bandages, give her some gun and bullets, and you're good to go. Maybe a melee weapon. But yeah, speaking of the companions, especially if you're trying to be stealthy, it's funny how they just kind of crouch, but they'll be doing it like right in front of the enemy, but the enemy can't see them, thankfully. Hopefully that's something they'll fix in the future, I was like, yeah, you're not very stealthy. I was just standing, crouching out there in the open, but yeah, so far I'm having a good time with it. It's fun. Interesting to see where the story goes with it. Some people say it's like Fallout 1 and 2, which I never played. So it's not turn-based, it's real-time combat. So, choose your path and how you get into a fort or a house. But yeah, I think I'm into, the part I'm in now is really, where I'm finding out more about the story. I'm going to meet this guy. Talk about some shit, I can't even think of what the hell it is, but basically just playing some kind of investigator at this point, because some bad banditos came into town, kind of killed everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could upgrade guns, upgrade your armor, a lot of things like that. So
awesome. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I feel like they did a pretty good job on this game. So they added a lot to something that you think it's nothing more than a twin stick shooter. So good stuff, man. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Been playing that for the last couple days. I think I'm level 10 now in the game, and a lot of fun. I know, Jesus, right when you jumped on, I did this side mission. I wasn't going to do it. And Ryan jumped on for a little bit this afternoon, and he's like, yeah, just at least check off your side missions so then you can just go do them later. So I'm like, oh, it's a good idea. I never thought about activating them, just like any other Borderlands game. But yeah, I went in there and I went to, I forgot the guy's name now, but you go in and you talk to these little like garden gnomes. They look like garden gnome gremlins. It's like, yeah, you got to go talk to this guy. All right, this little short little mushroom guy or garden gnome guy, right? And like, he's like, yeah, there's something going on. I don't know what's happening with, I forgot what they're even called, but basically they were Smurfs, right? Little blue fuckers, right? And then all these Smurfs come flying out. You got to kill all the little Smurfs. And then just like, yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, geez, I don't know how the hell they got in here or where the fuck they're coming from. Then I think he runs off to his house, and I go to his house, the guy that I'm supposed to be doing the mission for, and he's talking to basically Gargamel, but it's Gargle Butt or something is like the name, or Gargle Smut. And obviously he's co-inspired with him to, fucking, I don't know, he's just corrupt. So I'm right at that point right now, but I unlocked the hub area, which is basically a town, and medieval times, and Tiny Tina is awesome, and keeping all my stuff at the soda tavern where they only sell soda and nothing else. It's a very cheeky game. It's fun, but yeah, it looks like they've added so much RPG elements. And the D&D style type things to a shooter game I've ever seen in my life, So
awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't think I can add any more RPG elements. I mean, you've got just a little bit of everything in there, from a dungeon run to, you name it. I'm surprised there's probably card games in there. I would imagine. So lots of dice to find, unlock more weapons and armor and all that good stuff. But it's a really solid shooter, I think, overall, man, especially since Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3 was fun. I finished all of them, except for that other one I can't think of the name of. But didn't last long in that one. But yeah, man, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, fun game. And no real Elden Ring. I just haven't been playing that game. Just besides that, just my BeatStar game, because I've been out of town for a couple days. So just mobile gaming, little pinball on the mobile phone.
Nice.
But that's all I've been. Oh, and obviously Satisfactory with Ghost Nico. We hook up every Saturday, but it was Sunday this week.
Should I play Satisfactory? Is that a Jesus game?
I don't know. I mean, if you're not into like a Minecraft game, then I would say no. Because, it could get monotonous, It can get very monotonous. I don't know. I would say try it, but
I have it on Epic or whatever.
Yeah. I know. The game was so fucking good that I had to immediately buy it on Steam. I'm sure I'm going to buy it day one on PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series S. No doubt about it. But yeah, Ghost Nico, he's gone nuclear. So now he has this like a nuclear reactor, and it's something that I'm like, man, it's nerve wracking, because just all the resources that's required for it.
How long does it take to get all that?
Man, Ghost Nico's probably yelling at me right now. I want to say, I think if
I start tonight, can I have a nuclear?
No.
Ghost Nico?
No, you've got to. I don't know if I would. I couldn't even guess at this point.
In a day, 2 days.
Man, maybe in a couple of weeks. I would say a couple of weeks.
No way. A couple weeks, like a few hundred hours?
Think of a Final Fantasy game. Hey, this game gets good after 20 hours. Well, try after 200 hours. No, I'm sure there's a way. There's probably a YouTube video out there that's like, get nuclear in less than 48 hours or something crazy like that. Because, okay, you think about it. We've been playing this game for a year. and Ghost Nico finally went nuclear. But again, I think it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to, he followed like a specific path, or I did.
Yeah.
I don't think it kind of went that. We only got certain things from YouTube as far as like, not the how-to, but not exactly how fast. That's not the kind of the route.
I found a 12-step program that'll get me to the nuclear facility in 12 steps, Gunny.
I can imagine. I'm sure there's millions of them out there. I mean, we do watch those people on Twitch. We subscribe to them on YouTube. There's Eclipse. There's Ebbs or what. I mean, there's different ones out there that
you and Nico are a bunch of hobos. You guys could have done this in 12 steps.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
he got 15 years later. We got
Not
nuclear.
450 hours later.
Hey guys, we got nuclear.
Yeah. Because there are times, like, I'm at that point where I've been at that point for a while where, okay, I know it shows like, oh, Discord, you've been playing this game for 12 or 14 hours. Yes and no. I might jump in and check resources that I don't have that are like automatic for whatever fucking reason, like, I don't know. It could be like wire. I don't have wire going into these two things because it's either too much work, so I have to do it manually, right? But it may go for, 30 minutes, or it might take 2 hours or something. So I'll go do something else. I'll go play something else on my Xbox or PlayStation, or something else, right? So, yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit, actually. I think I let it run the last couple days to where it's just making resources. And some of those things just take forever. Yeah, but then I can go watch a YouTube video where it's like, hey, set up like 12 or 14 of these things and you can make them in less than 4 hours, like kind of the later game stuff, right? So I don't know. But if you look at my world, Jesus, you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, it's just sprawling with nothing but machines and trains. I've only got 2 trains running right now. I'm going to try to get a third one up. But again, I've got all the tracks connected and what have you, but I don't have anything going around the entire world. I've been basically staying in one general area, and then there's a cliff area, which is where I collect other resources as well. I also make things in that other area. I've got cold generators up there. Yeah, it's, I don't know. What do I got? 500 hours? I didn't even look. It's just insane, the amount of time that, that I put into this game. So love it. Just going to continue to play Satisfactory. But yeah, matter of fact, I've played this so much that I really have no interest even playing Minecraft on PC, which is the Java edition, it's on Game Pass. I've got my saves. I've got some of the mods actually still installed, which is, what is it called? It's got the anvil thing here. It's Curse Forge. So some of those are like, the game is just like insanely difficult, but then it's more like custom. But yeah, it's kind of taken a back burner. Yeah, but that thing is cool, man. My son kind of got me into that. But yeah, crafting games, God games, open world games. Yeah, love them. But yeah, that's all I've been really playing. Any little Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy here and there. Game's fun. But yeah, that's all, man. That's all for the games. What's Ryan been playing? Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I don't know, Jesus, what time is it?
Well, Gunny, it's news time.
Welcome to the news, folks. Here it is.
Oh, shit. I got
the latest and the greatest.
Speaking of news, I got to pull up the news. All right, guys. Let's bring some news to you, listeners. Microsoft reportedly wants to bring ads to free-to-play Xbox games. That's right, Gunny. Microsoft.
I saw an ad for that too. I saw an ad somewhere outside of the news.
An ad to bring ads?
Yeah. It's funny because Mail sent me that news, and then I saw like an advertisement before. I was like, what the hell? This thing's kind of everywhere. What's going on here? I don't know. Is this good or bad? We're going to find out.
Microsoft is planning to work on a program that will let brands showcase advertisements within free-to-play Xbox games. Apparently, it says that Microsoft does not intend to take any cut of ad revenue and will instead allow the game developers and advertising companies to share the funds. Wow. So is that a way for Microsoft to try to get PC free-to-play games to come to consoles? If you think about that. Because, okay, Gunny, I don't know if you understand what they're doing. So they're going to try to put ads inside the free-to-play games on Xbox systems. Now, is this going to Like, let's say World War III comes out on PC, right? It's free to play. It's going to come out free to play soon. But if Microsoft is saying, yo, you can put ads in your game at no cost to us, and that means more advertisers are going to want to come here.
Yeah.
You can make money off of these ads being in your game if you bring your game to the Xbox. That's kind of a smart way.
I'm trying to digest this here. Okay. Insider, that the ads won't disrupt gameplay and may appear on a billboard in a racing game, for example. It's not immediately clear how Microsoft plans on implementing ads. You know, I think about Rainbow Six Vegas, was it 2? Where there was 2 billboards on that map. Like the first map that you start on in that game. I forgot what the advertisement was, but I could see if it's like that, right? Like a Rainbow Six Vegas, an old game. Where, yeah, they're kind of above or something, you know, and not in the way of the game, or it's not something popping up.
Well, the way I want them to be implemented is organically. So, like, if you're playing in a football stadium, the ads on the football banners or whatever are relevant ads or whatever. Or if, you know, you're on a racetrack, that the fucking ads for the racetrack are relevant to whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be...
And I also want it to only affect free-to-play games and not games that we buy and pay for, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be something, too, where I'm sure it's critical for a company to make sure that those ads can be removed at any time, especially when it comes to, you know, anything like licensing or that company is in trouble or, you know what I mean? Like those, I think that's why I always thought they weren't in there, is because of those reasons where,
but
they're no longer valid
the thing nowadays, though, is every video game is always online. And free-to-play games are not offline. Every free-to-play game, you will never play a free-to-play game that's offline.
Yeah, true. So I'm sure that, you know, especially, the designers will be able to make that happen, you know? I don't know. I think it's a wait-and-see situation where be like, fuck, I've been trying to fucking kill this guy over here, and that ad keeps popping up or something, but... Yeah, I think they just got to tread carefully with this. And
I know that. Well, the thing is, I know Microsoft is bringing it to free-to-play games, but what's going to happen when other developers see this and they're like, well, fuck it. We're just going to put it in our regular games, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, because they might be like that. Like, right, you might be like, yeah, you might be a champion for this and be all like, yeah, this is awesome. Good way for developers to make extra money, which is a good thing. But at the same time, like, you got to think, but what if this can also make publishers extra money? And now publishers do it too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, McDonald's.
I think it was
McDonald's will let you put your fucking shit inside our game. You know, we'll make more money off of you. You know, it's like it's so stupid. I don't know. It's a dark hole, man. That Microsoft could be opening here that they'll never close because they won't be able to. Once it's open,
Pandora's box with this shit, yeah.
Once it's open, it's open, dude. You're not gonna go back from this, I don't think. So it's a cool way.
You see that with subscription services, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Netflix or, you know, these other things where, hey, it didn't have ads before. What the hell? Well, now it has ads, but you're still supporting your favorite streamer, but you still got to watch the ad. We'll just put him in the corner. You know what I mean? Like before, that was never a thing, right? It always starts that way with these other, you know, online services. So,
anyways, on to more news.
See,
another news: Hideo Kojima says Kojima Productions will be remaining independent after tweeting a PlayStation Studios banner, which everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like, did Hideo Kojima Studio become part of Sony? Which everyone was like, what the fuck, how did they do that, you know? Because his whole reason for leaving Konami was to become an independent developer. He didn't want to be tied down to one thing. And he said, you know, he hated that about sort of working with Konami, you know, that like you're tied down to one thing. You got to keep making Metal Gear. Can't let you... No, we will not let you make a game about a guy delivering packages and carrying a baby.
No,
No.
you carry out your creative freedoms how you see fit. Yeah, that wouldn't happen with Microsoft, wouldn't happen with Sony,
No.
wouldn't happen with, well,
Can you imagine the pitch for that
not
fucking
EA.
game?
Yeah, none of those.
You imagine the pitch for Death Stranding? Oh yeah, I want to make a new game. Okay, what is it? What is it, Kojima? You're a genius. What do you want to make, buddy? Okay, guys, hear me out. This is a game. All right, this is a game about a white male in America after like the apocalypse or something, and he's going to be delivering packages, and there's going to be a baby in a pod that he's going to have to carry with him everywhere. Okay. like, can you imagine the pitch for this? Like, what the fuck? Like, how high were you, dude? Like, it's just getting worse and worse. Or like adding random shit. There's gonna be those guys that come out of the ground. They're gonna look like shadows, but they're gonna be like the sludge thing, and that's gonna be the enemies. And the way you kill them is by shooting at them with your blood bullets. And you throw your blood grenades at them. And it was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. And Sony was probably like, yeah, all right, you know what? We have enough of those anime and other type style games. Fuck it, why not? It was perfect for them. You know, have that as an exclusive.
Anyways,
working the PC.
He pretty much came out and said that Kojima Productions will always remain an independent studio.
Less than 10 minutes later, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of weird though, right? That he posted that, but I think I don't know. I want to say that it sounds like he's trolling anyway. Otherwise he wouldn't come out and say, no, look, we're still independent. You know, I think he just wanted to troll with that photo.
Yeah. Anyways, man, Death Stranding was good. I wonder what he's making next. What do you think he's making next? No one even knows.
No. I always think back to that tweet that he made with what's his name, Daryl from Walking Dead. What's his real name? Him. And they were while in production, you know, and of course they're cigarette smokers, I think, both of them. You know, but they're out there and they're just kind of like both sitting on the cement outside the studio, and they both look just high as hell, you know? So it probably wasn't cigarettes that were in there, right? But it was a cool thing, you know, just to see him out there But Daryl always looks high anyway, especially being in that TV show where it's always hot and sweaty. And I just thought it was the coolest thing, you know? And I just thought, what's in there?
Oh.
What kind of dust is in that cigarette, you know? Yeah. You know, they were both tripping like, yeah.
Man.
But I don't know, Jesus, is that a game I should ever play? I see it come on sale periodically.
I love that game, but I don't know if it's a Gunny game. I don't know if you'll like it.
Maybe those cutscenes, the lengthy cutscenes will just throw me off, but
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're really long. like the last cutscene, I was sitting there like for 40 minutes. I'm like, what's going on right now? What the fuck, dude? It was forever, man. It was like, what the hell?
I don't know. I can't think of any, like, it's got to have guns, right? He's always been the Metal Gear guy. Had guns in this game. I don't know. I just can't think of what Kojima would do next. But hopefully, you know, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be something different. Not like a racing game or anything like that, but
no.
I think it'll be like a different world and a different story, and it won't be Death Stranding 2.
I don't think so, yeah.
No, that's not his MMO.
In other news, Bethesda launcher migration to Steam is now beginning on April 27th. That's just, 8 days from now? 9 days from now.
You know, I always wanted to ask this question. I was going to ask in Discord, but I thought, no, they'll probably keep it. But sure enough, here we go.
The publisher has announced that in February that it was set to close the PC games launcher and move its titles to Valve's digital distribution service. And the new update, it confirmed that players will be able to start the migration process on April 27, when detailed instructions on how to do so will also be made available to users. It says here users will still be able to access and play their games on the Bethesda launcher until May 11th, but you are advised to begin the migration process as soon as possible. I need to go do that because I own what do I own on there? I'm pretty sure I own
Oh, you've got
Wolfensteins and shit. Yeah, I got Wolfensteins in there. And maybe
I
Dishonored.
only used it a few times to play Fallout something, maybe Vegas.
I think I own Vegas on there too.
I buy it on there or Steam. I can't remember. I mean, obviously,
I own a few games on there, so what I need to do is I should get on there.
So let me ask you this, Jesus, and this might be for the rest of the community as well. As far as the Activision Blizzard thing, I think I could definitely see them keeping, obviously the Blizzard launcher, BlizzNet, whatever the fuck it's called. But the question is will all the Call of Duty titles and future ones come to Steam, just like Microsoft's MMO has been for the last couple of years? Where they're putting all their first-party games on Steam.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Your Forzas and
yeah, why wouldn't they not put Call of Duty on Steam? They definitely will. It's the biggest store,
Yeah.
Even if Game Pass has so many users, I'm sure Steam still has more.
Yeah, I just thought maybe, I was just thinking, okay, will I eventually be like, okay, Game Pass Ultimate, maybe not bring them to Steam immediately. It'll just be, they'll come to the Xbox console, of course, but then I'll have to go to the Blizzard launcher, whatever it's called, to play all my Call of Duty stuff, logging in with my Xbox account, Microsoft account. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would think they would come back to Steam. They'd probably put WoW on there too. That would, yeah.
I mean, Steam has, as of last year, 120 million users. That's active monthly users.
Right, and if we go by what Microsoft's been kind of touting for the last several years,
Microsoft has a little over, probably over this number now, but in January they said they had 25 million subscribers for Game Pass.
Yeah, I think that's a good number. I'm sure, it's sustainable, so why not just put them all on Steam, Over there, they're on sale, right? They only get the Steam. Yeah. Gabe only takes 30%.
And you make more money, yeah, so why not? Anyways, that's that.
Sure.
Witcher 3 for the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions has now been delayed indefinitely.
Ooh.
CD Projekt Red has come out and delayed the new gen versions of The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt, which we'll see, whatever. These fucking things were going to be remade on the consoles, but they delayed it. They didn't say they didn't cancel them, but they delayed it to, I believe they said, improve Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a good call to word it that way. Rather than it being a Cyberpunk situation where they're like, soon, we don't know, we're not sure.
But at the same time, people are now saying that the team that was working on not Cyberpunk, but
oh yes,
whatever.
They're working on Witcher 4.
They're working on Witcher 3. I think they're located in Russia. That team that was working on that upgrade for the Series X and PS5 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
For The Witcher 3, they were based out of Russia. So people are thinking that maybe CD Projekt Red has told that studio to stop working on whatever,
Yeah.
Because of the situation of Russia or whatever. Anyways, in other news, moving on now, Razer, the Razer company, is releasing a limited edition Sonic the Hedgehog wireless Xbox controller. Man, this looks kind of dope, not gonna lie. They have not specified how limited it actually is. The controller will be compatible with, of course, the Xbox One, the Xbox One X series consoles, PC, Android, and iOS. It'll sport a textured grip on the back and impulse analog trigger. And anyways, the controller is not yet available, but you can submit your email to Razer's online store and you'll be notified when it is. The advertised price for this Sonic the Hedgehog, pretty awesome fucking dope controller, is going to be $199.99. Anyways, so there's that. You see this, Gunny? Are you excited for this controller?
It's a beautiful controller.
It looks really cool. Not even gonna lie, like, it looks fucking cool, doesn't it?
And yeah, I mean, and it's got the charger as well with Sonic engraved on it. I'm like, oh man,
that is a cool looking controller. Like, oh man, it looks really cool. I want that controller.
Yeah, it's got the rings on the thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty sure because it's not it's not an elite controller. That $199 price is definitely a placeholder. But
I don't.
What do you think?
So.
I'm thinking
No.
99. Well,
no,
I don't know.
I'm thinking $180.
I'm hoping.
I'm
trying to think of what I paid for my Cyberpunk controller and charger.
You got to think about the licensing situation here. They're they got to pay Sega, or Sega's paying them, or whatever the fuck, to put that fucker on the controller.
But it's a wrap. All they did is put a fucking wrap on there. It better be $99 for both. Better be. Come on.
No way. It's a limited edition, so like they're only making it once, and only a few only a few people are gonna have these, Gunny. These custom super controllers. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be like $175. It'll cost as much as whatever the Elite costs. That's what it'll be. Because I think Microsoft has figured out a number where people are willing to pay this for a fucking controller. We figured out the number, guys. We figured it out. Woo!
Oh, it's beautiful. I got to stop looking at it.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I'm like, no, I'm going to
telling
need
you,
it.
I want it. Yeah, like it looks really nice, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, it's going right next to my Cyberpunk controller and charger. I think I got that for Christmas.
Kingdom Hearts 4 and Kingdom Hearts Missing Link have been announced, Gunny.
Oh, nobody cares.
Okay,
never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
No platforms or release date windows. But apparently there's a trailer for the new Kingdom Hearts, and yeah. I mean, who knew they were working on one so fast? It seems like the last one just came out. It came out, but the last one came out. I always forget, like 2019 was like a long time ago now.
Yeah, and then I think before that was 2012. I want to say it was 2012.
And 2012 wasn't even Kingdom Hearts 2. 2012 was like that fucking
the
bullshit
2.5 or some shit, right?
Yeah, 2.5 Hobo Edition, whatever it was.
Yeah. Let's see here. Closed beta, planned for 2022. Yeah, it doesn't say when that... Yeah, whenever the last one even came out, but... Sure. You're in Daffy and Goofy. I know Vengeful Jedi's probably excited for that, you know?
Yeah. In other news... what? This headline is fucking weird. Anyways, if someone pops in, this is for all our Elden Ring people out there playing them Elden Ring games. This is a little PSA. Yeah. If someone pops into your Elden Ring game, drops a pair of panties on the ground, and then leaves, do not pick them up. That's right. Multiple people are reporting that in Elden Ring subreddit they have been banned from regular online play after they claimed the underwear as their own. Right, Gunny?
I was muted there. I thought, well, I'm just... What if it's gamer girl underwear?
No.
Can I still not pick them up?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do with them? Like, okay, when you say pick them up, like, just don't put it in your inventory, probably. Well, I guess that would be putting it in your inventory. But are there other things you can do to them?
No.
Probably
You
I probably whacked it with my sword.
It's a pair of leg armor, they said, supposedly for like the female characters or whatever. But it looks like underwear or whatever. But
yeah, Deathbed Smalls is
what it's called.
Name of the item.
Apparently this was cut from the game before release. So yeah, it's just like some kind of glitch or mod that people are doing, to screw other players over or whatever. So it'll ban your game. Just if you don't want to get banned from online play.
Oh yeah, there's a screenshot here.
Yeah.
It says here, unauthorized tampering with the game has been detected by sniffing underwear. You keep sniffing underwear, a quarantine penalty of 180 days will be imposed. Ouch. Let's see, a quarantine penalty. Wait.
What?
Okay, I'm just trying to think if it's telling me if you do it again or if it's just that's what you get. So basically it'll put you into the pool of other cheaters, but I guess, and some people are saying they can't even get a summons going. So you're pretty much screwed, I think, if you pick up the panties. So don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't pick up random panties on the roadway. Not from Gamer Girl, not from anyone.
That's kind of that's some pretty good general life advice there, Gunny. That's
probably real life too. Well, okay, there was this one time. Never, let's.
Don't bring it. Don't never pick him up, Gunny. Just leave him there.
No, I just leave him laying there.
Okay, good. In other news. Oh fuck! I left the article. Shit.
I haven't had that happen in the game.
In other news, Jason Momoa, who is Aquaman, who is also some guy named Duncan Idaho, and Khal Drogo on the
Stargate
Game of Thrones.
Atlantis.
Okay.
Baywatch Hawaii.
Apparently, Minecraft. If you remember back in 2014, a Minecraft film was announced. Yeah. Anyways, Rob McElhenney, who was from It's Always Sunny and Mythic Quest, he stepped in, but that deal fell apart. And then Peter Sollett took over in early 2019. And then when the movie was slated for release in 2019, but then was pushed to 2022, now apparently he's out. And Jared Hess, who previous films included Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, are now going to take a crack at it. But apparently Jason Momoa is in talks to maybe be the new Steve in the movie, I guess. The Steve character.
He doesn't seem like a Steve. I mean, I can see him in a blockhead, but...
Maybe his voice... I don't think this will be a live action film. It's going to be what I'm going to assume is a CG film or whatever, no? Like cartoon graphic?
Yeah, I would think.
Whatever, maybe, I don't know.
Definitely. Probably CG. Yeah, Joseph Jason Namakahe Momoa. Born 1979, American film actor. He's been in Baywatch, Stargate. God, you see him in Stargate? He's got these dreads. Looks like he's at a reggae festival or something like that.
Yeah. That's all we have for news, really. There's nothing else in the news. That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. No more news, nothing. I'm done.
No news. I don't know. Unless you got something else, anything good coming out? Any good games? Nothing good. Everybody's talking about Momoa now. Let's move on to the console corner, folks. For your free games and games with subscriptions. And for your PlayStation Plus games, you still have Slay the Spire, a great game. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. Is that a racing game?
No, that's that 4 versus 4 multiplayer thing where like you playing as thieves and you gotta both teams like your squad has to get to the thing and steal it before the other people can to the thing and steal it.
That's right.
It looked really cool in the trailers, but like it came out and nobody played it, dude.
Yeah. That sucks. And your last game here is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
I mean, if you want to play Hoods, Outlaws, and Legends, there was 80 people playing it 20 minutes ago.
Is that on Steam? Right?
Yeah. I mean,
might be more on the PS4, PS5. Yeah.
But you said the one they were giving it away was on Epic, right?
No, this is on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Or yeah.
I wonder if it's crossplay. I mean, I don't know if it may have crossplay. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know that PlayStation gives away those fucking games. Like, they gave out Evolve, which sucked. They also gave out that stupid Alien versus Predator fucking game that was trash. That game was fucking
I think about that game sometimes. You just that Evolved.
Yeah.
Where we thought it was fun in the beginning, and I know some people really enjoyed it. But I always looked at it as like, for me, it's like a genre that I never got into because, I mean, I guess it's more of a community game, like, like a hide and go seek almost, like a Friday the 13th or something in that same vein, 7 Days to Die. But I just don't think it looked that good. It wasn't optimized at all, even though it was last gen, consoles and PC. But I don't know. Chasing a big fucking monster, but you had to team up and do it. So we had hopes for that game. But yeah, moving on to Xbox side of things. For your Xbox Gold, Xbox Ultimate, your games for Gold are Hue, just HUE, Another Site, and MX versus ATV Live. I feel like Xbox is, I mean, you would say they're definitely running out of, they just give away all the crap games nowadays. But if you remember back in the day when, or not that long ago, when they were like, yeah, we're going to raise the price of gold, and everybody came out with, pitchforks and torches. They're like, oh, no, never mind, we changed our mind. So I feel like they're just like, fine, we'll just give away shit games, See if you like that. See if that makes you join Game Pass. Speaking of Game Pass, you've got the games that are kind of featured this week are Lost in Random and Life is Strange True Colors. There's a good little game to play. Not something for me, but if you're a she or a they, definitely play Life is Strange True Colors. I know Michelle from VGO liked it. Didn't love it, but she liked it. It's a good story. And the other game is Weird West, the game I've been playing. And over on the PC Game Pass, which includes all those games I believe I just mentioned, also it's Panzer Corps 2. I know Brun's been playing this game. I did see him on there playing it. So, not sure what kind of game it is, but maybe I'll give it a shot. Talk about it next week. And over to the Epic Store. Your free games are a game called Insurmountable and another one called XCOM 2. Ooh, XCOM 2 is good. I don't know. When's XCOM 2? When did that come out? I don't know. Is that the 2017 one? I think that's a good one. Pretty sure it is. Let's see here. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the store page on that one. Because I always wanted to play this. I have it on Xbox. I've played it on there many times. Not very good at it. Not good at those these types of games. But let's see. Publish, release date. Oh, initial release is in 2016. So I don't know if this was the last one that they made. But one of the cool things about this game, Jesus, is where you can basically change some of the enemies and make them look like stormtroopers or Star Wars characters. So I think it's got a modding community as well. I don't know how that works like on Epic, so you probably have to go through Mod IO or whatever.
I'm pretty
site.
sure Epic uses Nexus mods, I think.
Nexus mods, that's what I'm thinking of. I might still have that downloaded. I do want to do that with Star Wars characters. Just kind of see how that looks.
Oh, speaking of Epic, one other game that I did play this week that I know people probably don't really care is Chivalry 2. I was actually playing that a little bit. That game is so good, dude. It really is, Gunny.
I know Leahy really likes that game.
That game is so much fun. Like, every time I play it, like, it's really a lot of fucking fun, man. It's Mordhau, but like on a bigger scale, I think. Every match is like 40 to 60 players. And like that game is either like I'm just in there dying, Gunny, or like I'm in there doing some fucking cool like Game of Thrones shit where I'm fucking killing like 10 dudes with like by myself, you know what I mean? Like it's fucking epic as shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm unstoppable, you know? You're like some fucking badass fucking knights in there killing like 10 other dudes, you know? Yeah, and like that game is
I might
really
like
good.
that game because I remember in Mordhau where you'd have a guy. It would just be one guy on a horse, right? Everybody else would have like a two-handed weapon or of sorts, right? So, or a sword and board. But there'd always be that one enemy, and on the opposing team, you could always put up those, like the wooden stake, blockades or whatever. But it's like I believe you gotta like build it, right? So you could be like, build one, maybe start building the second one, and the dude on the horse will come, and like he'll jump over it and lob your head off, and it's just like it's fun, right? Because you're like motherfucker, right? Like you gotta wait till I build all these before you decapitate me, and then he would come back, right? And then I wouldn't quit, right? I'd still be over there making sure that his horse gets damaged when he jumps over it, and he'd get pissed off and come over and put the sword through my chest. I don't know, just something about that where I don't get frustrated, where I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, what's up? I'm gonna keep building these things. You're gonna keep killing me. I'm gonna keep building them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it would do damage, right? You'd take a quarter of the health down every time they jump over those things. So yeah, fun time. And just the audio in those, right? Just that real manly grunts in that game. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, but Chivalry 2 is pretty dope. I really like it. And they've added new intros to some of the maps and new maps. Like, they didn't necessarily add a new map, Gunny, but they made new maps a little bit like bigger or different. You know what I mean? So some maps will have a different like intro. Like before, when the match would start, you were already like near the village. Now instead of the match starting near the village, they have like a whole intro where you guys are coming in on these boats, and then you fucking land, and then you're on the beach itself, you know what I mean? So like you have to run a little bit further to get to the town. So I don't know if these were map tweaks or map improvements, or like I don't know if they just completely changed the maps. But I remember the maps being a little bit different, slightly smaller and whatnot.
Maybe they changed the starting area.
Or maybe they...
if it's always been there, they could have just changed the starting area.
Yeah. But anyways, Chivalry 2 is pretty dope. I think that's the only game on Epic I have installed, dude. Like, literally the only fucking game I have installed on Epic. Yeah. Anyways, anything else, Connie? What are we doing?
I was just one other thing. I was asking you guys today because I thought I was going to be on vacation, but I think I could still make the choice as well. I was looking at. I wanted to get. What was it? It's only. I want to say it's on PlayStation and PC. Is it the Kenya Bridges Spirits game? Looking at that. I don't know if it's on sale. It's been like $39. Sometimes it goes on sale. There's that. There's what is it? The Hot Wheels racing game is down to $26 or so. Or I was thinking about just going all out, paying full price for the Lego Star Wars game. I don't know. I haven't really I haven't heard much on the Star Wars Lego game. Like as far as like, oh, it's a smash hit, or no reviews or what people think of it. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I can just dive into it myself, and I don't know. But I haven't played like a Lego game in forever.
Yeah. I legitimately thought about buying this Lego Star Wars one because, I'm a Star Wars fan, and they said like the games are pretty close, like 1-to-1 to the movie almost. You know what I mean?
It does. It looks like the movie, and it almost reminded me of. I know it's not EA and Battlefront, but I'm like, wait, is that Wait, no, it's Lego. It's not Battlefront. But Traveler's Tales makes some pretty games. They make pretty Lego games. Just their art style is just really shiny and sharp. And I've played probably 10 of them, over the years since Xbox 360. But I mean, since doing the show for the last 5 years, like, yeah, those are kiddie games. I'm not into those. But yeah, Star Wars, man. Yeah, it's got some space battles, and they've added other elements to the game. Some people, I think, Bill Gardner said he didn't like how the camera was, so I don't know if there's an option. There probably is on the PC for like the FOV, but maybe not on the console versions. I don't know. That maybe there is, but that could be an option too, where camera angle. So it does have that behind the third person look. So we'll see. I don't know which one I'm going to pick up. I will decide. I do have like $20. Xbox sent everybody like $10 on their credit, on their account randomly, I think. Could have been for Game Pass people. I don't know. So, find out.
Well, you know what, Gunny? Actually, I found a really interesting article here, like right now. Just popped up, Gunny. All right, extra news time. I need sound effects, Gunny. Extra
news. Extra. Come and get it. Read all. Listen all about it.
Square Enix president has come out in an interview, Gunny, with Yahoo Japan. Right? He said,
I read this. Continue.
Yosuke Matsuda. That's his name. Oh, yeah. He explained that while it's vital that Square Enix's games sell well on a global scale, there would be a mistake if Japanese developers would try to imitate the Western style of video games. He said, nowadays, the games market is globalized. The domestic market used to be big, but now it is behind China and the United States. If you are not recognized globally, you're not a business. But interestingly, if Japanese developers try to imitate Western games, they cannot make good ones. The designs of the monsters and the visual and audio effects are still somewhat Japanese, and the players around the world know that this is what makes Japanese games good. He also added, overseas markets are important, but it's not enough to only develop for them. So, I think he has a point, dude. I mean, he's saying, we, as developing studios have to make money, so we cater to the West and China. But maybe we shouldn't lose what made Japanese games Japanese,
Yeah, and it makes me think back to that guy Shameless Blackley and another pioneer for the OG Xbox when they went to debut the box in Japan. Is that where they went? They went to Japan? Anyway, but it was so, I mean, for them it was just, like, hey, here are these games that we made from different studios, and obviously it was a big fail over there because not only sales, but they were like, yeah, what is this? This is all Western fucking games and a Western box and the way it's set up and not what we want, it's not how we make games. But they try to be global, right? So now we're seeing it. I mean, we hear it from the other side, right? So it's just interesting to hear the Japanese side of things, and how they make games, and interesting. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about, like, he has almost a point where, like, he probably seen what's happening with Battle Royale. Remember Battle Royale? Like one came out, took over everything, then everybody started copying it.
Yeah.
And it's almost in a way like he's probably right. Like developers should not develop for what's big and what's popular. Develop for what you want to make, and maybe you'll have a fucking hit that everybody copies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you think about the guy who created Minecraft. He wasn't creating Minecraft because he thought everyone wants a building game. He was making it because he was like, I like to do this, whatever the fuck, and he became a billionaire off of it. So, like I'm saying, don't, I guess, just make whatever you want to make.
A couple other things on this real quickly was, I know it's in the news. I don't have like a news article in front of me, but I know 343 Studios, I almost said Bungie, 343, there's been some leaks with the new Halo updates, and there's probably going to be a Battle Royale mode, from what they found in the code so, I mean, I don't know, but maybe fans are asking for that, and there was one other mode that's coming as well. Could be last fucking Spartan standing, something like that, right? So
I love Capture the Flag in there. Do they have Capture the Flag in there?
I would think they would, like Halo 5, right?
I know.
I mean, that was in the Master Chief Collection, right? I mean, those are staples.
I mean, but like I know that in Halo 5, because the multiplayer was free to play or whatever, like they only had 2 modes, dude. They had like Slayer, Big Team Battle, I think, and that's it.
Infinite, right? That's what you're talking about? Infinite, or are you talking about... Well, right, so then that was the thing, too, where I think the community reached out and saying, when are these classic things coming? Like in Halo 5, there was what was it called? The Fiesta mode?
Yeah.
It was called Fiesta. That was cool because picking up different weapons, I had no idea how they fired, how they operated. I'm holding the trigger down. I'm like, what the hell? That was cool because it wasn't so... Because that's like almost a non-competitive mode to me, the Fiesta mode.
Well, that's what they took out in the Infinite, because I'm looking at an article now that says the modes they have in Infinite are arena modes and big team battle. And arena modes are 8 players, where big team battle is 24 players. And so they had, but just the basics really, that Slayer, Capture the Flag, Oddball, Strongholds for the arena. Yeah. And for Big Team Battle, they had Slayer, Total Control, Capture the Flag, and Stockpile. And that's it. So they didn't have like all the random other modes or whatever, like the cool shit, like the fun stuff.
Right. But I'm sure, I mean, the wheels obviously turn slow up there in Washington for whatever reason's going on. They don't even have a co-op mode in the campaign. Some are saying the map is not even, it could be bigger or something, or they can utilize more. I don't know. So... something going on up there at 343. They're probably still all at home. Like working from, I don't know, everybody's coming back to the office. Maybe that'll make, again, my personal opinion, I think that staying at home and working from home can be good, right? Can be, health crisis and all that.
But it can also be bad. It can also be bad, Gunny. Lazy fucks just sitting
What can
there.
be bad? Working with other people?
No, it could what I'm saying, what could be bad is being at home, you get lazy, you get complacent, no one's telling you what to do, or
true.
Like you work at your own pace, you don't work at anyone else's pace, you don't have no one to compare your pace to, because we've all do it, right? We go to work, you started a new job, you start doing something, and you see someone else and how fast they're doing, and you're like, I could do it that fast. So you start kind of doing what they're doing, you know what I mean? Then you see a guy that's faster than them, and you're like, okay, maybe I can learn something from this guy that's even faster, That way you get better. But I mean, you're at home just doing shit from home. Like, what do you compare yourself to? Charts and numbers and quotas, and that's really it.
I get it. Again, I'm not a stay-at-home worker, so maybe I'm talking outside of my mouth over here. But I don't know. I know some jobs it's fit for that, and others where. I feel like, there's meetings and Skype and Discord and everybody's meeting up twice a day. But still, I don't know. It's just my hopes that getting back to the office will, get these things out the door faster. Whether it's a Halo or Rockstar or Bungie or EA or Microsoft, whatever, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, it's time for you know what time it is, Gunny?
Community question time.
That's right, community question time. Gunny, what's the first question we have?
First one comes from Mr. Nico. He says, oh, I think he was listening to last week's episode. No, he said, when are we going to have our next HGP game night? A couple of suggestions, ready or not, or golf with friends. Golf with friends would be good.
I'm down for game nights not any night, but the days that I'm usually off, so the thing is, the problem with game nights I guess it's not really a problem with us because we got Mayo on the East Coast and we're on the West, so we could start it, he could end it.
Mayo's going the night shift.
He could start it, I could end it. Anyways.
You know what I think would be good is, I'm just thinking about like me and your schedule. But I'm thinking Tuesday nights. I mean, obviously Monday we're recording the podcast. But probably Tuesday nights. But I'm free on Saturday, Sunday nights.
I'm free on Saturday nights as well. And then we could play some games too.
That's when we used to play Halo 5.
We could do Halo. We could do Ready or Not, Golf with Friends. We could do even. I know last time we were playing with the community, what we did was that fucking game on your phone.
Yes. Yeah, it's on console too.
What the fuck's it called, dude?
Sus. I always forget the name of it.
No, not that. That's one of them. That was Among Us. The other one, the one with the cards and like you got, or not with the cards, but like there's a guy who's like the host and you're making the choices as the players and then you're all starting.
Oh, the Jackbox Party.
Jackbox Party. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So we were playing that. That show's fun.
Yeah.
We were playing
that would happen randomly.
We were playing the murder trivia or whatever.
Yeah. Everybody draws either boobs or penis. Come on. Be more creative, people. Grow up.
Oh, the t-shirt one where you draw the t-shirts. Like, it was kind of hilarious. Like, we all started a little, like, normal. And then all of a sudden, just shit got wilder and wilder and wilder.
Yeah.
That was a cool game. Let's see here. Next question, Gunny.
Next one, also from Ghost Nico. He says, I think we all bitch about having fresh games come out instead of waiting for the next Assassin's Creed, the next Far Cry to hit. We talked about that actually today, or no, yesterday we were talking about that, about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I think they're just doing like an add-on to Valhalla, not like a full-fledged game, so maybe that's a good thing. But what kind of fresh game ideas do you guys think would be a big hit? For example, a fresh game would be Death Stranding, very original. Yeah, I know. I was thinking, wait, I was trying to go through the list of like recent games, not on Google, but I was like, oh, Elden Ring, nope, that's Dark Souls. No, it can't be this. That's already an existing genre. I don't know, anything you can think of, like,
I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like, I think almost every single video game idea has been made.
Pretty much. I think
at this point, mainly the new experiences we're going to get are going to be on the VR world or whatever,
Yeah. What's that? What was that Bethesda Ghostwire Tokyo? That was something different.
That came and went, but like, who's talking? That literally came out like a week ago, 3 weeks ago or something, no?
I randomly ran across it on Twitch and I was like, oh yeah, this game exists. I don't know. I never read reviews on it. Since there was no hype about it, I thought, okay, I guess that's not something I need to buy on.
Did you ever play this? I mean, we get it on Steam, but I don't know.
No, or Ghostwire Tokyo is it on Epic or?
It's on PS5, but it's also on Steam. I see it right
Yeah. I knew it came to PC, but I wasn't sure what launcher. Yeah, and the PS5 exclusive. Hey, what about, the other one I thought of was the other PS5 exclusive from not Bethesda, but Arcane Studios. But to me, my opinion, you played this game, Jesus, but I always think of it as Dishonored, like just that same style.
forget what the fuck it's called. I know exactly what you're talking about too, dude.
What do you think about that?
With the assassins, right? The chick chasing you and the time
would that be
starts.
fresh, or would that be considered Dishonored? Do you think?
It would be a little fresh. I mean, I like the whole concept of being stuck in the same loop in the same day, and you die, you restart, but then it's different and like it's different during the daytime than it is during the nighttime. So you get different things going on. You can only go during the nighttime sometimes to kill a guy because he's only there during the nighttime or whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of that's kind of a fresh idea because that game is also on a timer. I don't know if you know this, Gunny, but that game, when you're playing it, you start off early in the morning, and each level you do, it goes from morning to like midday to evening, and then you only do 3 levels at a time. So that means you got to figure out in those 3 levels how to kill everyone. Like the 6 different people you got to kill. It's the death loop. Death loop is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out how to kill all the 6 targets within those 3 missions. And it's doable. It's just really difficult, I think. I never beat that game. I got really far in it though. Didn't I get that on PC?
Yeah, or I don't know if you got it on PS5 or not.
That was the PS5. That one I got on PS5. I remember. You're right. Yeah, I got it on PS5. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of a fresh idea, but I agree with him.
I feel like
Death Stranding is super.
I will point this out on as far as like an indie studio style type situation when it comes to. I want to say. I mean, obviously those things are fresh, right? Because most of those games are always going to be fresh, but. Yeah, I mean, when you go to Steam, right, there's always something different on there to play. That's either coming out every week or month. But again, it's not a AAA thing. And I never really looked too far into, I'm trying to think of, there's something else. There's some things from E3 last year that I saw that looked pretty fresh, but nothing, no name pops up that I recall. Like nothing marked on my calendar. But yeah, we've had all our battle royales and shooters and racers and RPGs. Yeah. Nothing really comes to mind, but besides Death Stranding being something different. So
this Stranding was really cool. I like that game a lot. And on Facebook we got a few questions. Jonathan Hall asked, any quick games that are 6 hours or less that you recommend?
Any what?
Any quick games that are 6 hours or less that you recommend?
Oh, maybe, what was that game that I played? See if it pops, if I can get it here. Yeah, what the hell was it? Trying to think. Not Spelunky. No, I don't think I listed it here. It was that game that came to Game Pass. It was just that walking simulator. I'll message you, Jonathan, on that game.
Oh, there's if you're speaking of, it could be Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Yeah, I think that one's less than 6 hours.
Yeah, that was the other one that was really good was What Remains of Edith Finch. That one was a really cool story.
Same thing, yep.
That one was the same style of
or
game.
the Edith Finch one was even shorter, yeah.
Going Home, it's the same style of game as that. Firewatch is really cool.
Never played that one. I know you talked about it extensively.
Firewatch was a really cool story. I really liked that one. That one, you're pretty much a guy who's in the forest, like in Montana or something, and your job is to be the Firewatch guy. You live in a Firewatch tower and you watch for fires. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They keep trails up and they fucking watch for fires. Oregon actually, like, I think it was either last year or a year before, I saw a listing to, like, sign up to be the Firewatch guy in Oregon. Like, they send your ass to, like, the middle of nowhere, dude, and you live up there in this fucking Firewatch tower, and you stay there for, like, I don't know, they said, like, was it 6 months or something like that, or 5 months or something, but you live there pretty much. And then you get paid so much per month for living there. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you do that, Gunny? Would you live in the middle of the forest by yourself?
I'd probably take too many naps, and then there'd be a fire. Then on my,
I think it would be creepy as shit being out there by yourself at night.
I'd probably have some bear just like, knock on the bottom
bear,
door,
yeah.
get up through the ladder because they can climb.
Bear's gonna climb like a motherfucker. Yeah. So
I'd probably be on the roof of the little Firewatch thing, and I'd set off my my flare and start a fire, going help. A fucking bear kill me, and I'm in my Speedos and I didn't shave. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that. That would be a little trippy, dude. Being a Firewatch guy. Anyways, that's all we have for today's show, guys. I mean, I'm done. I'm done, guy.
I'm done.
You're done. Where can they find you?
Go find me on Xbox and Steam and Epic Store, Gamertag Gunny Chief. Over on PlayStation, HGP_Gunny on there.
Find the Mayo on everything as the Mayo on Steam and Xbox and all that shit. But also,
Ryan.
Find Ryan.
8777.
No, don't find that. Fuck that. Don't find him. Don't find him.
Let's go play some Tiny Tina.
Cyberpunk on Steam is $30, Gunny. Go buy it if you don't have it.
It was it this past week? It was $5. It was like a fire sale. I call it a fire sale.
Really?
Quick sale.
Where?
Yeah, they put it $5 for one day. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I've got it's a non-gaming thing, but something that I'm excited for here. And I'm just gonna find it. It's okay. It's Jack in the Box, Jesus. The Pineapple Express Shake is only $4.20 on 4/20.
No, that night I'm gonna be a little busy, but I might stop at Jack in the Box afterwards.
Afterwards, get like 2 of those because I'm gonna get 4, 2 for me, 2 for my son. I'll probably be up all night from all that sugar. Yeah. But yeah, forget the keto diet thingy, whatever. I don't care. I'm having me some pineapple shakes.
Yeah.
With some little green stuff sprinkled on top. Oh, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
That sounds
enjoy your 420.
Sounds pretty dope. Sounds Jack in the Box sounds really good, actually. Damn.
I hate their burgers suck. I don't know, they smell, but I'm more of a Five Guys burger guy.
I like Five Guys. I like Five Guys. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. My new favorite burger place around here is the Super Deluxe. It's like I don't know. It's a fast food place. It's just like I don't know, almost like an In-N-Out style, but different. They got the wavy fry, like the little the crinkle cut fries or whatever instead of like regular fries. They have like those, and their chicken nuggets aren't like breaded. It's just like rotisserie chicken or whatever. Like it's like little squares of like chicken, like they're not like battered or whatever. It's really weird, but it's really good. Like, and all they sell is like the cheeseburger, the double cheeseburger, or a chicken sandwich or a spicy chicken sandwich. And that's all they have.
Okay, so it is like In-N-Out. Yeah.
Yeah, like they have like
their menu.
Yeah, like it's very tiny. Yeah, very simple menu. Like for like drinks, they have sodas, but they also have like lemonade and fucking slushies and like random shit. Like it's not a big menu, dude. Yeah, like you ever pull up to McDonald's and you look at the menu and you're like, God damn, how do people read this?
Put my glasses on. I'm like, holy shit! You better know what you want when you pull up there.
Yeah, because they're like, what do you need? What do you want? Like, right, they're rushing you and shit.
Yeah.
Hurry up, motherfucker! You're holding us up.
I haven't been to McDonald's. I've been doing pretty good. I have not been to like McDonald's. I've been trying to stay away from it. So mainly, I would say like fast food in general, but. I mean, there's times like during the week, whatever. Yeah, we're picking up burgers. Fuck yeah, give me something. Jack in the Box, just get me a chicken sandwich because I don't like their beef sandwich. Their beef burgers. But Five Guys all the time or Wendy's or something. But but I don't know. I haven't been to like Chick-fil-A in a while. I know it's like the next town up, and that line is always 30 minutes long minimum. Sometimes longer, especially Saturday nights if I drive by. I'm like, holy crap.
Dude, I mean the fucking In and Out that's in Salem here. Dude, every time you go there, the line is like a big fucking line. It's a huge line, and it's sort of a little moving, but like sometimes you're there for like 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Jeez,
It's like,
yeah.
fuck, dude. Like, this is a long time to wait at a drive-thru.
And with gas prices, you're better off just going inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. I want burgers. I want fries.
I'm hungry too. God damn it, Gunny.
Fuck. All right.
Fuck. Anyways.
What does Gidget say? Jesus.
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Oh, wait. What the fuck? We forgot all the questions, Gunny. What are you doing?
Wait, what questions?
There's more questions. Facebook questions.
Holy crap. What do they say?
So,
We only answered one.
we answered one. It's good.
And I think,
else.
hi, Jesus and Drunk Gunny. Yeah.
I'm fucking tripping, man. Shit. Adam Whale, he said, what's the weirdest thing we can get Sean Ives Fuller to eat? Sean could probably eat a lot of weird shit. The weirdest, I don't know what he is the weirdest to go, but yeah.
Ooh, how about, I know,
weird.
I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. I don't know how Sean feels about like seafood or whatever.
Yeah.
How about some bologna and raw oyster sandwich? With jack cheese. I don't know. Ugh, that sounds disgusting, but yeah.
That sounds disgusting as hell, dude.
I can eat raw oysters. I love them, but yeah, I don't think I can put it with anything else.
Not with bologna or anything.
No.
Anything.
I only thought of that because I made a bologna sandwich for tomorrow's lunch. Now I'm gonna.
The only way to eat raw oysters is to put fucking what? A little bit of salt, some hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce or what is it? The raspberry wine vinegar or vinaigrette or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. Shallots, like onion shallots.
Yeah.
Something that's been fermented with, like that.
We're like on the extra question section of the show. Earlier we went to the extra news section. Now we're in the extra question section. This is after
with food, and now we're back to food again.
No, this is the after show ending. But anyways, next question from Mark is, I know last week's show was old, but how could Jesus say that Andromeda was a great game? It sucked balls.
Oh, he did ask you that question. Good thing you put it on Facebook.
Wow, Mark.
I think he was listening to the classic episode that you posted.
He was. Yeah, I believe I was talking about Andromeda a lot at that time. It was him and
Pathfinder Jesus.
I believe it was him and Ian Brink that were on the show. I didn't listen to it, but yeah, it was a good show. I remember that.
You were there, man.
I was there, bro. I was there, man. Can you say, were you really there? You say you were there, Gunny? I don't know. Mark also asked, I need a great game to play. I am bored, and my next game comes out at the end of May. He wants suggestions.
I know what it is. It's Sniper Elite 4. Or is it 5? I don't know. I'm lost count on those. That's coming to Game Pass, by the way.
Oh, nice. I don't know, dude. Recommendations for Wingman.
Recommendations. Wing, why don't you play that Satisfactory? No, don't play that. I know he's not a Minecraft crafting builder guy. Trying to think here. Trying to think down the list of what's on, since he's a mostly Xbox guy here. Let's see here. Let me go down to the store because I can't think of anything. Like he's probably got, if there's anything that I played that I know he doesn't like, let's see. Could be a shooter. Don't know what it is. I don't know if you played that Orcs Must Die 3. It's basically Orcs Must Die 2. I don't know if it's worth $39, but maybe for the achievements it might be. So, but I wouldn't consider it like a AAA title. So yeah, maybe a Lego Star Wars. I don't remember him talking about that on the show. Or Tropico 6, but that's kind of a city builder with a somewhat story, right?
Not really. I mean, sort of, but not like you're not gonna get that much story, dude.
Yeah,
Hey, you know, like it's there, but
it's all pre-programmed. Yeah, like I get it. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you might still gonna run into some of the same situations.
yeah, definitely.
More of a god game,
No, man. Because I know Wingman doesn't like a lot of different types of games. Play Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice if you haven't played that. Play that.
Yeah, that's a short game. Also, Jonathan, for you.
Yeah, it's not that
What is it?
long.
4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, something like that. 6 hours, maybe 7, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Maybe Tunic. I know Brun played it, but I don't know if Mark, if you played that game. Tunic is good. So, I think especially since he liked Minecraft Dungeons, I'd put it in the same vein as that one. But that's a game I couldn't get into for some reason. Something for me to revisit.
and that's really the end of the show, guys. I don't have any, no more questions. This is really the end for real this time, Gunny, okay?
All right, I believe you.
All right, we're out of here, guys. See you next week on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Bye.
Happy 420s.
Woo! Yeah. 420 holidays. Bye.